Coffee first. And I spilled some. I just spilled some coffee. Give me 1 second. Yo! I spilled some coffee on myself. I apologize. Alright. What's up, guys? Fears. Audience. Fears. Let's try that again, shall we? Hey, Fierce, how about you don't spill some coffee on you? I took a sip, went all down here, and I had to wipe it off. So, coffee first. Let's try this again. Coffee. There we are. Thank God I didn't spill it twice. Anyway, guys, what's up? Happy Memorial Day, guys. Check it out. Fears has got his shirt on. Land of the free. Big shout out to all the vets. All the vets. All in the armed forces, the Navy, the Army, the Marines, the U.S. Coast Guard, the Space Force. I don't think I left anybody out. Army, Marines. Yeah, so Army, Marines, Navy, U.S. Coast Guard, Air Force, and Space Force. That's right. So there they are. That's one of the things that I actually do agree that Donald Trump made. I love space, and I love that he made a new branch of the armed forces, the Space Force. So the Space Force is actually the newest. And I try to stay on top of what they're doing. I always look online and see what they're doing, what they're up to. I'll be honest, I haven't looked in a good minute, but I need to. Anyway, I hope everyone's doing well. Man, it's been a great weekend. Well, now the weekend's over. Now it's Monday. So Fears has to go into work at 3 o'clock. So I pretty much have the rest of the day, but man, I wish I didn't have to go back into work until tomorrow. But it's been a good weekend. Time to make some bucks again. Rent is coming up. Now, here's the thing. I'm a man of my word. I told you guys, I have to pay my rent first. Once the rent's done and I get my next paycheck, I'm going to start putting together all the meme gifts. I am a man of my word. I promise. I'm going to start putting them together. Like, Yakov's is going to be the hardest one because I need to find some, because he said he doesn't care what type of stormtrooper. I just have to get him a stormtrooper. The other two is going to be easy, but I'm going to throw in some extra goodies for the dude and for Yakov and for Visions. So yeah. Anyway, let's open up the chat and get things started. But anyway, I hope you guys have had a wonderful Memorial weekend. I'll be honest, the only thing that I didn't like this weekend was obviously being in pain for an hour and 45 minutes with that hot wing sauce. Whew. That hot wing sauce was no joke, you guys. That stuff was insane. I mean, and then some. It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. But yes. But I survived. Being in pain. But I survived. I survived. Anyway, let me open up the chat here. Yo, Yakov, what's going on? Yakov says, Yakov fears. Audience fears Yakov. That's true. I prefer a white stormtrooper from the original trilogy. All right. I will try and find that, buddy. But here's the thing. If I can't find a white stormtrooper, then I'll get some type of stormtrooper, but I'm on the hunt. But I'm a man of my word. I have to pay the rent first. And then after the rent's paid, because I always have to pay my rent between the first week of every month. So, but my apartment complex is like really generous. You know, like some apartment complexes, they only give you like 2 days to pay the rent, 3 days to pay the rent. They give you a whole 5 days. Every day that your rent is late after those 5 days, it's an extra $50. So I try to pay it like right away. Right away, get it out of the way. And then when I get the next paycheck, Yakov, that's when I'm going to start driving around. I'm going to try to look for a stormtrooper at some comic book shops, you know, because they sell like action figures and stuff like that. If I can't find it, then I'll just order it offline. And then it's going to be easy. I'll just go to a Starbucks and say, hey, I need a $10 gift card for the dude. Speaking of the dude, he's really been trying to make an effort to get along with me, and the dudes gave me really good advice. I actually unblocked the dude. I know, hell froze over, right? Fears has really been trying to make amends with everybody and get back to eternal peace. You know what I'm saying? So I finally unblocked the dude on YouTube. So yeah. The others, we'll see. We'll see. I'll let you know. But yeah, so the other two is going to be easy. The hardest one is going to be finding Yakov, the Stormtrooper. But I'm on it, Yakov. I'm on it. Thank you for the like on the stream. I really appreciate that. Anyway, guys, today's topics are talking about Memorial Day, and then what the vets mean to me, and then I'm going to be reviewing Rambo 1, 2, and 3. In honor of Memorial Day weekend, Fears watched not 1, not 2, not 3, but all 5 Rambos. You got First Blood Part 2, Rambo 3, then the 4th one is just called Rambo, and then the 5th one is called Last Blood. So yeah, my favorites out of the series is First Blood 2, and then Last Blood. But if I had to classify, like put them in order, I like First Blood first, then First Blood Part 2, then Last Blood, then Rambo 3, and then Rambo 4. Nothing against Rambo 4. I like it. I just don't like it as much as all the others. So yeah. Fears has got to get one day. I've got to get that all the Rambo knives. Because Rando and me were talking, like, not recently, but like a while ago. He said, well, Fears, remember I gave you that Kano knife? And I said, oh, yeah. I said, I remember. And he's like, dude, he goes, how awesome would it be? And he especially said this after, Yakov, he especially said this after I got the MacGyver knife and put it up there. He goes, well, Fears, now you have the MacGyver knife, now you've got the Kano knife. He goes, what if you got all the Rambo knives? And I said, all in good time, my friend, all in good time. I said, I'm not made of money, but because I looked those Rambo knives up online. Even though, like, I can only imagine what the real one costs, right? The real one. The replicas of those knives, whew, they start at $70 or $80 and then get higher. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. And what's really cool is every single movie, he's got a different knife. Either somebody gives him a knife or he makes his own knife, but not one of them is the same. You know how like James Bond, he always uses a Walter PPK? It's not like that in Rambo. Every adventure, he's like, well, it's a new adventure, time for a new knife. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Anyway, shout out to all the fans. I appreciate my fans. I love my fans. I love you guys. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Shout out to all the vets. I got my Memorial Day shirt on, Land of the Free, showing my support. Today's been a pretty good day. I went and got the old Fears Mobile washed. I got some lunch. I edited a video. It's finished. And it's the I almost broke a lightsaber. So right after the stream, I'm going to upload it on the main channel. So enjoy. before I go into work tonight, I'm going to try and edit and finish. I've already started it. I'm going to try and finish the Hulk Hogan's Beat Shop vlog and try to get that up too. But if I can't, then for sure the breaking of a lightsaber video is going up on the main channel. So you guys will probably get a little giggle out of that. Anyway, I hope everyone's doing good. I hope everyone's doing great. Let's see. Time for some updates. We do not have a show for quite a long time. The next show is, let's see, it's May 29th. The next show that I'm thinking about going to is actually not on this. I think the next show that I'm actually going to go to, I'm thinking about it. I don't know if I'll go all weekend, but Visions kind of inspired me. He goes, Fierce, this convention is right up your alley. And then Pixel talked me into it. And then Jeff actually gave me this. They had a flyer. I picked this up at Jeff's convention. He goes, oh yeah, Fierce. He goes, I try to help out the other conventions around. So this is not a Jeff convention. This is like a big Halloween convention. It's called Spookula. And it's at the Florida World Center, June 9th through June 11th. So I may go for like one day. But it's got some kick-ass guests. Gary Lewis, Dick Warlock, Mick Foley, Bam Margera, Shannon Elizabeth. Oh my God, she's so hot. Tom Atkins, dude, out of Creep Show, a little bit of Halloween 3. Yeah, buddy. Tommy Lee Wallace, the guy that directed Halloween 3. And he's the guy that made the fucking Halloween mask. John Carpenter went up to Tommy Lee Wallace and was like, look, I want our mask to be different. So he's like, go out to a costume shop, just buy some masks and just make something scary, see what you can come up with. So Tommy Lee Wallace didn't really have much to go on. He bought 3 masks. He bought a clown mask, a Captain Kirk mask, and a Spock mask. He threw the Spock mask away right away because he was like, well, everyone's going to know the pointy ears, and that's not scary. Spock is not scary. Spock's more cool. And then he's like, you know what? There's too much clown stuff in Halloween already because what happens at the beginning of the movie? Well, young Michael Myers, like 6-year-old Michael Myers, he's dressed up as a clown and he kills his parents. Oh, no, not his parents. He kills his sister. So he's like, well, we've kind of already introduced the clown stuff. So that left the Jim Kirk mask. And he went up to John Carpenter and was like, explain more about what you want. He goes, emotionless. I don't want anything in the eyes. I don't want nothing there. A blank slate. And that's how Tommy Lee Wallace came up with the iconic Michael Myers mask. Spray painted the hair brown from blonde because we all know that William Shatner has brownish blonde hair. And then he put it brown. Ripped off the sideburns. Ripped off the eyebrows. Spray painted it white. You got yourself a Michael Myers mask. Oh, yeah. Oh, by the way, I decided to go with my Nintendo my Mario Brothers mug today. That's right. So I think this is the next show that I'm going to be going to. Spookula. I still need to check out the website. I haven't checked out the website. But if you want more information on this con and you want to hang out with Fears, or if you just want to go to this con, all the information is on the back of the card, and I will show it. It's June 9th through the 11th, 2023. And for ticket information is go to www.spookula.com. So yeah. So all of these iconic characters, all the actors are right here. If I do go for a day, I'm definitely going to meet Tom Atkins, Tommy Lee Wallace, and Dick Warlock for sure. Those 3 guys. Because Dick Warlock, he played Michael Myers in Part 2. Tom Atkins, oh my God, he's been in everything. Creep Show 1 and 2, I believe, or maybe 2, I can't remember. He's in one of them. He played Nick Castle in John Carpenter's The Fog. He was in Escape from New York Part 1. He was in, Halloween 3. He's a good actor. And then I gotta meet Tommy Lee Wallace. He played one of the pirates, one of the ghost pirates in John Carpenter's The Fog. He helped write some of The Fog. He created the Halloween mask, the Michael Myers mask. He directed Halloween 3, so I know I'm meeting that guy for sure. And hopefully I can get an interview with him. Oh, God, that'd be fucking spectacular. Oh, my God. We'll see what I can do. I just hope, I hope their agents are not, fucking dicks. Remember I told you guys, sometimes they're cool. Sometimes the agents are like, oh, yeah, go nuts. Take pictures, film, video, go ballistic, do whatever you want. Other times they're like, yeah, there's no way you're going to interview like our client. Don't take a photo. Don't put that video camera in his face. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, my bad. Okay. So, yeah. So, we'll see. So, that's the next news. I think I'm just going to go for maybe a day or two. I'm definitely not going to go for the whole weekend because I've been trying to save my money for the Missouri trip. So, the Missouri trip is coming up. When I have more details, I will let you guys know about it. Yo, Rebecca, how you been? What's going on? Well, if Rebecca just popped in, then that means Lord Visions is on his way. I still think Rebecca is Mrs. Visions. I think so. But we'll never know Rebecca until I meet Visions next year. So we'll see. But Yakov and Rebecca, happy Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day to everybody. So that's the next update. So I'm thinking of going this. But the next show that is Dave's, I'm going to skip the June 11th one. That's in Jacksonville, and Jacksonville's like 3 hours away from where I live. I'm not going to that one because that is a long drive. And then the June 25th one, I'm going to skip that because that's a Funko convention. I'm not into Funko Pops. Then I have to skip the July 8th and 9th convention because that's around the time where I'm thinking I'm going to visit my mom and my brother and my dad and all that stuff. And then, so I think the next convention is either going to be the September 9th one in Orlando, the Star Wars night convention, or the August one in Central Florida Collectors Fest. So I think it's going to be one of those two, or both. So either be one of those two or both. Rebecca says, I'm doing good, Fears. Happy Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day to you, too. I hope everyone had a great time. So let's before I do a recap of the weekend, because Rebecca, I don't think you heard the story, so I'll do a short version of it, but I'll tell you. The next update is next Saturday. Next Saturday, me and Sam are going not just out to dinner, because I'm really excited because I haven't seen Sam in a while. The last time I saw Sam was last weekend, but Sam only stayed for about an hour. You know, me and Tommy basically got wasted. Sam got a little tipsy, but thank God everyone made it home and everybody's safe and nothing happened. But Sam was like, hey, Fears, I feel bad that we haven't hung out in a while. And I was like, I know, man. I said you only got to hang out for an hour and a half, something like that. I said before Fears got absolutely annihilated. And he was like, yeah, I know, man. And then he goes, we're definitely going to hang out. Just, I understand. Sam's been busy. His sister got sick, so he had to take care of his sister. Then his sister's cat died. I'm like, Jesus. Then Sam got sick because he was taking care of his sister when she was sick. Then his sister had to take care of Sam. Thank God his sister didn't get sick again. Sam got well. Now he's got a new job. So he's been focused on that. Then he didn't get thrown out of his apartment. He just got sick and tired of his landlord being a fucking dick. And he got sick and tired of his shitty-ass roommates. I met them all. Only 2 of them I liked. One girl, she never came out of her room and said jack zero shit. Very, I don't know what the word is, non-sociable. You never heard a peep out of her. The second girl pretty much killed Sam's cat. Like she had no respect for Sam or Sam's privacy. Sam looked at her and said, look, I've got a cat and Yuna is a girl. You've got a cat. It's a boy. I don't want Yuna to get pregnant. Keep your fucking cat and all of your cat's toys and all that other crap out of my room. That's where Yuna lives, in my room. She's like, oh, yeah, whatever. What happens? Her fucking cat gets in there, impregnates Yuna not once, but twice. Yuna's liver can't take 2 pregnancies back to back. So what happens? Yuna dies. I was like, Sam, I'm like, you must have been pissed. He goes, oh, Fears, I was livid. I said, well, you have every right to be. I said, I would get out of there, buddy. So that girl started off nice, and she was actually in some of the live streams. Her name was Alexis. She started off nice, but she turned into a psycho hose beast, a psycho bitch. Because Sam told me some other stories off camera that what she did to Sam and the other roommates that I won't even mention. But some of the stories that Sam told me were fucking terrible. I mean, pretty bad. So she didn't give a shit about anyone. Then Sam's other roommate was a guy. He was cool. He would always pop his head in on the video game live streams. Sometimes me and Sam would go into his room and we'd play video games off camera with him. He was a cool guy. I have nothing bad to say about him. So I said, Sam, I get it. I'm like, just get the fuck out of there. Go live with your sister. Save up some money. I said, the minute you got enough money to have Casa de Sam all by yourself, things will be way better. You don't have to deal with like idiots, like killing your cat. And Sam even said sometimes his roommates would take his food. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, this guy can't get a break. I'm like, yeah, Sam. I'm like, just get your own place like me. I never have to worry about people stealing my food, and I don't have a cat, but I'm like, you know what I'm saying. I'm like, when you have your own place, you can do whatever the hell you want. You know? You don't have to worry about all that other stupid bullshit. And he goes, Fears. He goes, I'm taking your advice. He goes, you know what, Fears? He goes, I just didn't have enough money at the time, and I had to move in with roommates. I said, no. I said, listen, buddy. I said, I get it. He goes, but you know what? You're right. He goes, from day one, I should have had my own spot. And I said, yeah. You should have, but I said, listen, I said, I've been there. I said, in college, I said, money was tight. I had to get roommates, you know? So I said, plus, Sam, I said, you're younger than me. You know, I said, at my age, almost 40, it would be embarrassing if I didn't have my own place. So I said, you're like 20, wait, he's already 24. He's about to turn 25. So I said, you're still young. I said, when I was your age, God, I feel really old when I say that. I said, when I was your age, I was all college, partying, boozing, going ballistic. And I've told Sam and you guys the crazy fear stories. I said, Sam, I have calmed down a lot since I was young. Like, I remember when I was young, I was like, I barely got to class on time because I was half drunk the night before. But somehow I would, you know, throw water on my face and I'd be like, all right, I'm like, time to go to school. You know, I came to school like half drunk sometimes. I mean, shit was bad. Not every day, but at least once or twice a week, Yakov, I was coming to school either hungover or half drunk or a massive headache. Oh, man, I remember all those days. Insane. Thank God all those. I mean, I love college. You know, I love college was like 4 of the best years of my life, but I'm so glad those crazy nights are over, you know, or those crazy days are over, you know. But I mean, I don't mind going to people's parties and stuff, but like now that I'm older, I would much rather, instead of going to like a fucking rave with like 10,000 people, like how I did in college, I'm like, you know what? Hey, Fears, I got a little cocktail mixer. I'm inviting 30 of my friends over. Why don't you come over and have a couple of drinks? Sweet, man. Hey, Roger, I'll be right on over, you know? You know? That's more Fears' style now, you know? At some point, we all have to calm down, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, shout out to the fans. I think that's all the updates. So I'm really looking forward to Sam hanging out this weekend. This weekend we're going axe throwing. Sam's done it. Visions has done it before. Visions has told me about it. I've never done it, but I'm excited. He said, "Oh, Fears, it's easy." He goes, "I'll teach you how to throw it." And I said, well, Sam, I said, I've seen people do it. I said, you don't just chuck it like that. I said, you have to put the axe. It's not like a throw like that. You have to take it, put it over your head like this, and just go like that. Like, so it like digs deep into the target, and they spray paint a piece of wood with a target, and basically the way you play the game. Hang on, someone's calling me. Oh, it's Randy. Yo, Randy, what's up?
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, I tried to call you to see if you wanted to be in the stream like three times.
Yeah.
Like 3 times, and you didn't pick up, so I was like, all right, well, looks like I'm doing a show on my own, buddy.
Yeah, I'm just feeling congested, dude.
Oh, did you get sick?
I don't know, man, but I don't feel good.
Well, that's understandable. Well, I hope you feel better, buddy.
Alright, I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, I'll call you after the stream is done. Or are you going back to bed now?
We'll see.
Well, if you
Back to bed.
either I'll try to call you after the stream, and you can tell me more about it, or just call me when you wake back up. All right.
All right.
But don't worry about it. You and me, we'll do another stream later.
Okay, bye.
All right, buddy. Later. Feel better.
All right, bye.
Bye bye. I knew something had happened because I called Randall 3 times to see if he wanted to be on stream, but I hope Randall feels better. Being congested and like not feeling good, that's always kind of like you always feel shitty and stuff. I should know when Fears' stomach is like that. Oh my god, my nose is stuffy and feeling like crap is horrible. Anyway, let's get back to what I was talking about. So I'm really excited. So the plan for this weekend is me and Sam axe throwing, and we're going to get some dinner, and then either we're going to do a stream at my house, or I don't know if Sam wants to do a drunk live stream. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, we shall see, everybody. Anyway, I think that's all the updates, I think. Let's see. I'm going to that convention, maybe for a day or two, and then me and Sam are hanging out this weekend. Rent's coming up. I got to pay rent. So right after the rent is paid, and I get my next paycheck after the rent paycheck, yak off, let the dude and let Visions know that I'm going to be looking for all the gifts and stuff for the mean things. I've just been so busy, guys. It's been insane. I'm not making any excuses. I've just been that busy, but I promise, my word is my bond. I will ship those things out soon. I just didn't want to half-ass the gifts, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. All right, let me write Visions real quick and tell him that I'm live. Visions had a busy day. He told me I didn't know this about Visions, but Visions said he has some family that served in the military, and I guess they passed away. And he said in the morning. That's why I did my stream around 4 or 5, because he said he would be available by then. Because he said in the morning and afternoon, he said he was going to go visit all of his family at their memorial graves and stuff. So, and I wrote him, and I said, hey, how did all that go? And he went, he goes, it went good. And I said, oh, good, man. I said, I'm glad it went good. But I had no idea that Visions had family like in the service, or that had served. So I was like, oh, that's pretty cool, buddy. So, yeah. All right, let's see here. I'm going to message him. Yo, Visions, I am live. Come and hang out when you can, buddy. Hope to see you there. All right. Well, hopefully Visions will show up. If not, I understand. He's probably busy with his family or something. But so, yeah. Anyway, big shout out to all the fans. Big shout out to all the vets, man. Every single vet. My dad was a vet, and my grandpa served a little bit. So, yeah. My dad served the most. My grandpa just served a little bit, but my dad served 10 years. 10 years. So, yeah. So, it's very commendable. My dad had 2 jobs in the Army. He was a military police officer, so an MP, and then I remember it was either one of his drill sergeants or one of his commanding officers. The way my dad tells the story, one of his high-rank officials came up to him and said, hey, Fears. And my dad was like, yes, sir. And he goes, do you want to make some extra money on the weekends? And my dad was like, yeah. And then he's like, we need more paratroopers. My dad's a lot braver than me. So my dad would get an extra $500 to $1,000 by jumping out of airplanes on the weekends. And I remember I had this conversation with my dad. I said, Dad, that's pretty cool that you got some extra money. But I said, it would take a hell of a lot more than $1,000 for Fears to jump out of an airplane. And my dad's like, yeah, I remember what my dad said. He goes, yeah, the first few times were a little scary, but he goes, after you keep jumping, he goes, it gets easier and easier. And I was like, maybe for you, Dad. I'm like, I think every time I would jump out of an airplane at like 40,000, 50,000 feet, I think I would be scared shitless every single time, And I'm not afraid of heights. I've ridden on an airplane a million times. I've been on tons of roller coasters, but just the thought of jumping out of an airplane, what if that parachute does not open? Guess what? That's the end of Fears as we know it. So, anyway. Oh, by the way, Rebecca, I don't know if you saw, but check out my MacGyver watch. Well, it's not the official MacGyver watch, but I freeze framed it, right, Rebecca, on the show. It looks pretty damn close to this, so I call it my MacGyver watch. So, because I'm sure the actual MacGyver watch is in a fucking museum or something, or it's like $1,000,000,000,000, but it looks almost exactly like this. I think it looks quite spiffy. And MacGyver does have, it's a silver watch on the show with a brown strap, so I call it my MacGyver watch. But what do you think, Rebecca? Very nice. I like it. Anyway, I just wanted to show it off. Anyway, I hope everyone's doing good. I hope everyone's got their Memorial Day shirts on, just like Fears. Oh yeah, gotta show some love to the vets, man. Anyway, let's continue on. The first topic, Happy Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day to everybody. It's been a pretty good Memorial weekend, I started the Memorial weekend off, lots of sleep. Like, literally, Friday after work, I had a lot of errands to do, but I was like, yeah, fuck that noise. Pretty much went to sleep, and I slept till, 4 or 5 in the afternoon, something like that. It was well, I needed some well rested, I was well rested, and I needed that rest because I almost fell asleep at work, and that's not good. And that was me standing up, leaning up against a post, and I was like, oh shit, I can't fall asleep at work. One, that's unprofessional. Two, I'm like, I don't want to get in trouble. So I needed that sleep. Saturday, as we all know, I hung out with LC a little bit. I barely survived the wing challenge, but I did do the wing challenge. I did survive it by the skin of my teeth. And then I went to a strip club. And some people believe that I went, and some people don't believe. I don't really care. I know what happened. I went. And then all those idiots were like, well, Fears, you changed your story. No, you're an idiot. I didn't change my fucking story, not once. I may have left out a detail or two, but it's the same story. And then they were like, oh, well, you said, in one story, you Googled the place. The other story, you said your friend called me. Hey, guess what, you fucking morons? Both could happen. Both did happen. I'm like, my friend called, invited me to the place. And I said, what's the name of it? He told me the name of the place. I Googled the directions, and then I went to the strip club. Apparently, that can't happen. Guess what, Mercenary Man? Guess what, Tyler? It can fucking happen. I don't understand why people think it's so odd or so shocking. No, Fears didn't go there. I wanted to relax. I wanted to have a fun weekend. I don't see anything bad with it. So I went, and I had a good time. Hung out with my buddies. Once my buddies left, I stayed for an extra half an hour, and then I left. There's nothing wrong with that. Anyway, so I just wanted to clear that up because they were talking a whole world of shit in the Discord when they didn't need to be. But that's all they do. They're all this. They're all shit talkers. But I made a deal with Mercenary Man and Tyler. I'm like, if you guys don't say anything, I'll ignore you and you ignore me. Because they just drive me nuts sometimes with their stupid banter bullshit. Anyway, but yeah, Saturday was a great night. The only thing I regret not doing is I regret not going to church on Sunday. But I was just so hungover. I was so tired. I was like, I'll catch you next time. So next weekend, I am for sure going to church. For sure. And my church family was actually worried about me. They wrote me an email this week and said, we haven't seen you like in almost a month. And I said, well, I appreciate your concern. I said, there's nothing to be concerned about. I said, I've been working. I said, a few times I was just lazy, and then a few times I was kind of tired and stuff. So I didn't lie to them. All that stuff was true. I said, I promise I'll catch you in the next one. And they're like, oh yeah, they're like, we're just checking up on you, Fears. I said, I appreciate that. And then, let's see, Sunday, we had a really good stream. And then, pretty much Sunday, I edited and watched a lot of Rambo. And before the stream today, I watched the last one. I watched Rambo 4 today. So, yeah. There's 5 in the series. So, yeah. Well, let's start the topics. Let's start reviewing. In honor of Memorial Day, let's review Rambo 1, 2, and 3. Let me go grab them. Oh, yeah, here we go. Rambo First Blood. Rambo First Blood Part 2. Rambo 3. All good movies. But my favorite one of all time, is the classic. This is the one that started it all. So basically, it's about John Rambo. He's in between jobs. You know, it's a couple years after the war has been done, the war at Vietnam. It's in the 80s now. He's kind of struggling. He's kind of a drifter kind of guy, trying to bounce from one job to the next. But he's trying though. He's trying to get a stable thing going. He enters this town, and pretty much the cops are absolute dicks. They're an absolute dick to him, and he decides to fight back. And when he fights back, all hell breaks loose. To a final confrontation at the end between the main sheriff and Rambo. And I'm not going to tell you guys how it ends, but let's put it this way. All hell breaks loose towards the middle to the end of the film. It's an action-packed thriller from start to finish. It is really, 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 really good. I would give it probably a 9 out of 10. I would give all 3 of these a 9 out of 10. Rambo 2, I believe, takes place like a year later. We find John Rambo in jail, and his friend, Colonel Trotman, I think is how you pronounce his name. He says, well, John, he goes, I told you I'd help you when I could. And he goes, I'm going to try to get you out of this hellhole. And he goes, but you got to do something for me. And he goes, if you do something for me, I'll help you get out of here. And then he's like, well, what? And he goes, I've got a mission for you. And he goes, I dug into the computer, and the computer pulled your name that said you were the top person to pull off this mission. And he goes, mission? And he goes, recon and rescue POWs from a camp. So he said, if you do this, there may be a presidential pardon, and then you can get back to your life. Rambo accepts, goes to the prison camp. I think it's in China, I believe, and I believe it's either China or Korea, something like that. Goes, gets the POWs, saves the day, gets a presidential pardon. There we are. Definitely 9 out of 10. But it takes place like probably 6 months to a year after First Blood, because he's been in jail for a while from what he did, in Part 1. Part 3 takes place a couple of months after Part 2. Things are starting to get better for John Rambo. He lives in a Buddhist monastery. He helps the monks. He does he works at the monastery. They give him some cash, but to make some extra cash, he goes into Thailand and does stick fighting, like on the weekends. So his buddy Trotman comes, visits him, says, I've got one more mission for you. And he said, this mission's different. He goes, I'm actually going in. And John's like, "You're not going to do that, right?" And he goes, "I'm telling you." And Trotman says, "Well, I wouldn't go in unless it was very important and I really cared about the mission." And pretty much John Rambo's like, "Well, I wish you luck, but I put in my time. I'm done." So Trotman's like, "All right, well, if you change your mind, here's where you can locate me." And he goes, "Promise me you'll look me up stateside." And he goes, when I get to the States at some point, I'll look you up." A day or two comes by. Someone comes and tells Rambo that the mission failed and that his colonel friend got captured. So now Rambo is like, "Well, now I have to go complete the mission and save my buddy because he's my buddy." So he goes, saves his buddy, completes the mission, saves a bunch of people, ends up killing the Russian bad guy, and then it ends with Rambo and Colonel like going home, back to the U.S. And that's definitely a 9 out of 10 too. I mean, they're all good, but in a nutshell, that's what they are. I love the Rambo series. One, he's a vet. The Rambo movies kind of remind me of my dad because my dad loved those movies, and I got introduced to Rambo by my dad. Me and my dad would sit down and watch them. So shout out to my dad. I love my dad. My dad served 10 years. So yeah. So very cool movies. If you, I'm sure you guys have. I mean, these movies are pretty old, but just in case if anyone hasn't seen them, you should totally check them out. Totally check them out. Again, you guys have probably already seen them, but if you haven't, to anyone that hasn't, definitely check them out because they're worth watching. They're really good.
Watch them.
They're definitely worth checking out. They're worth watching. They're worth buying. You gotta have them in your collection. So I highly suggest you guys getting them. Anyway, let's move on. Let me just put these movies away. All right, the next topic is I wanted to, since it's a very important day, honoring and respecting, the vets. I thought a great topic would be what do the vets mean to me? They mean everything to me because they're so humble. They sacrifice. They've done so much sacrifice so we can live and have this wonderful life, because of their service. So they mean everything to me, especially because my dad served, and my dad would tell me all these like amazing stories. My dad never went to war. He did a lot of training, but my dad never went to war. Thank God. But my dad he learned so much in the Army after 10 years. He learned how to shoot a gun. He traveled a whole lot. My dad learned rock climbing. And one time on vacation, me, my mom, my dad, and my brother, we went whitewater rafting in Colorado. And we went rock climbing. And so my dad showed me how to do it. So Fears has went rock climbing 3 times in my life. And every time it was so much fun. 2 times were with church, at church camp and stuff. The other time was with my family when we went on that Colorado vacation. I'll be honest though, I like whitewater rafting a little bit more than rock climbing. But it was especially fun because I got to do it with my dad and my brother. My mom, I remember, she tried to do it, but she kind of chickened out. But I was like, that's all right, Mom. My mom did it a little bit, but then when it got like steeper, on the rocks, my mom's like, she goes, that's enough for me. But I was very proud of my mom. She's not a thrill seeker, so to have her in the boat on a massive, crazy river, and we were whitewater rafting, I was like, Mom, I'm pretty proud of you. But that whitewater rafting trip was awesome. Before my dad died, he had a picture of us in the raft framed in his office. So and every time I would come into my dad's office, either when he was working or just doing emails, I would always check that photo out. I'd be like, man, Dad, I'm like, that trip was so awesome. He's like, oh, he goes, it was an awesome trip. My dad had the coolest office. He had kind of like what Visions had. Like his setup, my dad had 3 or 4 monitors, and he had a big keyboard because my dad was a big like tech computer guy, and then he had tons of books everywhere, like what he would read Yakov, and then he had them all nice and neat on the shelves, and then he had just pictures of me, my brother, my mom, his mom and dad, like all over. So Grandpa Fears was in a frame, my grandma was in a frame. The whitewater rafting trip picture was there. A beautiful picture of my mom. So my dad had a kick-ass office. Yo, Pretend Stories, what's up? He says, hello, everybody. Happy Memorial Day. Shout out to the Fears Man. What up, Pretend Stories? Shout out to everybody. Happy Memorial Day to everybody. So, yeah. The vets mean everything to me, man. I mean, they sacrifice a lot. Like, sometimes, like, when they go to war, it does something to their minds, you know? Like, perfect example. Like, Chris Kyle, great guy. I wish I could have met him. He had over 160 confirmed kills. And even though he passed away because somebody killed him, a vet went crazy and killed him. Which is bullshit because Chris Kyle was like trying to help him. And the guy, I'm like, you don't do that. I'm like, one, you don't kill someone in general. Two, you especially don't kill the person that's trying to help you. And he's a vet and you're a vet, but I guess the guy just went nuts and killed him. But Chris Kyle is a perfect example of like a kick-ass vet. He sacrificed a lot. Like, usually the normal soldier only does like 1 or 2 tours. He did not 1, not 2. He did 4 tours in Iraq, which is a lot. I believe each tour is like 1,000 days. Something like that. It's either 500 days or 1,000 days. I can't remember. Somebody told me. But he did 4 of those. It was a strain on his wife and his kids, and then finally his wife was like, I need my husband back. And when you watch the movie, he has his breaking point where he's like, babe, I'm ready to come home. So, I mean, the vets, they sacrifice a lot, and I appreciate and I acknowledge all the sacrifices they do to have us live the great life that we do. And I always give it up for the vets. Every time I see them, I'm like, hey, thanks for your service. No matter how many, like when I'm out and about, you know, shopping at Walmart or getting my car washed or wherever I'm going doing errands, if I see someone, normally they either wear a shirt that tells you where they served or they wear a hat saying like Vietnam, you know, 1970, you know, whatever, and they show where they served. So anywhere I see someone, I didn't see anyone today when I was out and about doing it. A lot of places were closed today, but Walmart was still open, and I got my car washed today. They were still open, but a lot of places around here was closed for the holiday. I was afraid. I went and got lunch at McDonald's, Yakov. I thought they were going to be closed too, but apparently they were open. I was like, okay, cool. So yeah, I should have ate lunch here, but I was just being kind of lazy, and I was like, oh well, I'm going to do the stream late. I'm like, fuck it, I'll just get something real quick for lunch. So yeah. Anyway. But yeah, anytime I'm out and about, I give it up for the vets, you know, because, and you know what, they're all wonderful people, and they always have like the greatest stories, you know. Well, I would think they would have both good stories and bad stories, you know. They usually don't like tell the bad stories, but anytime they tell you the good stories, you know, about them with their war buddies or them learning something, like I always stop and listen. I'm like, hey, that's fucking cool, man. So yeah. Yo, Gaming Attack Yeti, what's up? You know, it's been a while. It's been a while since I've seen you in the chat, man, but good to see you. He says, how are you, Fears? I'm doing good. And then he says, was it a good weekend? Mostly a good weekend. Saturday, my stomach was cringing for about an hour and 45 minutes. I did the hot wing challenge, buddy. Whew, never again. That was like a one and done type of thing. The fans want me to do the one chip challenge, but I barely got through the hot sauce wing challenge Saturday. My stomach almost exploded and I almost died. I was dry heaving for like an hour and a half. I puked it all up. There was puke everywhere. It was bad. Now granted, it's going to make for a great video whenever I edit it all together, because LC said I can use some of the footage. I'm going to put it on the main channel. It's gonna be a great video, but man, my stomach was killing me for about an hour and a half. But besides that, Gaming Attack Yeti, everything's been going good. Then Gaming Attack Yeti says, I just blew $50 to get food delivered. Wow, that's a lot. $50? Well, it's none of my business, but I'm curious. Why was it so expensive, and what type of food did you get? Because that's a lot of money, for dinner, $50. So why was it so much, and did you buy all the food like in bulk, or what type of food was it? Let me know. Gaming Attack says, very nice. Nice. Did you do it? Complete it? I halfway completed it. So LC cooked it, smothered it in that Da Bomb hot sauce. That shit is no joke, right? That shit's no joke. So I grabbed it, ate it, and it was so hot that I thought, well, I better break it up in my mouth into two little pieces. So I threw it in my mouth, chewed it, broke it into two different little pieces, swallowed the first one. The first one stayed down. The second one, I swallowed it, and when it got to about right here, Gaming Attack Yeti, my esophagus was burning, and I couldn't hold it in. I grabbed a bowl that was on LC's table, and I pretty much puked up the other half. So one half of it stayed down. The other half, I puked up. And then LC said, Fears, get to the bathroom. And I just put the bowl down, raced, and I puked and dry heaved for about 20 or 30 minutes. And then it was worse for me because there was another guy that did it with me, Gaming Attack Yeti. He could drink milk. I could not drink milk. So I just got to LC's sink after I threw up for 20, 30 minutes. I felt better after I threw up, but then my tongue, my esophagus, I was probably the most reddest you've ever seen me ever in my life. I turn on the faucet. I'm just throwing water on my face. My face is just drenched in water. I'm putting water in my mouth. But water, they say online, and LC said, it helps for 2 seconds. He said, milk is what you need. Well, obviously, I can't drink milk. So LC kind of forgot. He poured me a glass of milk and said, hey, Fears, drink this. And I'm like, I can't drink that, man. I'm like, that'll kill my stomach even more. And he went, oh, yeah, fuck, I forgot your Crohn's. He goes, well, you know what, Fears? You may just want to, put it in your mouth and swish it around and then spit it out. So that helped a little bit. I said, oh, yeah, you're right. I don't have to swallow it. So I put it in my mouth, swished it around, Gaming Attack, spit it out. For a while it helped, but then as soon as all the milk was gone, it started up again. So I keep throwing water on my face, and I said, I've got to find a way to cool off. Then I thought, well, if I can't drink milk, I'll just have LC get my keys, and I'll just run out to my car, and I'll just sit in my car and just blast the AC right in my face. So he gets my keys, I go in my car, crank the AC, and I'm literally my face is 2 inches from the vent. That helped a lot. And then once my tongue stopped and my esophagus was stopped burning, then I put my seat back and just kind of laid back like this. And I didn't fall asleep. I fell asleep in my car later on in the night, but not in that moment. I sat in my car for about 45 minutes, Gaming Attack Yeti. Finally, things calmed down and things got back to normal. But man, that was the worst hour and 45 minutes of Fears' life. So far. It was bad. Gaming Attack Yeti says, I've been working overtime. Oh, okay, that's probably the reason why I haven't seen you in a while, buddy. I think throwing up means you lost in restaurant. Well, we didn't do it in a restaurant. We did it at LC's house. But I'll tell you what. I thought the same way. I thought, oh, well, are the fans going to think, because I threw not all of it up, but some of it up, is it a loss? Is it a fail? Mainly everyone was like, Fears, we're just glad you did it. You're a man of your word. You did it. So everyone, even though I puked some of it up, they said, well, Fears, you didn't puke all of it up. So I got great receptions from the fans saying that, well, Fears, even though you threw up a tiny bit, I would say it's still a win-win. And I was like, well, that's good. That's good. Okay. Gaming Attack says it was Italian food. Yeah, Italian food can get quite expensive sometimes. DoorDash of radius. Oh. So yeah, that's basically what happened, Gaming Attack Yeti. But I got through it. Barely, but I got through it. But I'm glad I did it. I'm a man of my word. I said I was going to do it. LC kind of surprised me. The only thing that me and LC regret doing is after I did that, well, my stomach was annihilated, so I was like, I better go. I just wish me and Visions, I'm sorry, not Visions, Yakov said, or not Yakov, gosh, I'm tripping. LC said, you know what, Fierce, the only thing I regret, and he was like, I'm sure you regret it too, is we should have did the wing challenge at the very end. And I was like, yeah, but your friend wanted to do it, so don't worry about it, buddy. So, really, when I got there, Gaming Attack Yeti, I only talked to LC for, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes, maybe 25 minutes. Then we did the wing challenge, and then I was like, I'm done. Peace out. But later on, I started feeling better, and my friend called me, and I went out to a strip club. So at least I ended the night on a good note. Got 2 private dances, buddy, by this really hot, sexy girl named Jinx. Pretty cute. Would Fears ever date her? No, because I'm not into dating strippers. But Jinx was fun just to have fun with. So yeah. So it turned out to be an okay night. But I'll tell you what, before I went to the strip club, though, I had a nap in my car for a good 45 minutes before I went in. Then when I got to the club and hang out with my buddies, well, my buddy, because I didn't know the other guy. My buddy brought his friend. He introduced me. I said, oh, hey, nice to meet you. I've never met you, but I'm John. But I knew my buddy. Then they left at around 1. I left at around 1:30. So, yes. So yeah. So, but I tell you what, before I went in, I had a good 45-minute nap, and then my friend's like, hey, Fears, do you want a beer? And I said, dude, I don't know if I should have one right away. He goes, yeah, you're right, Fears. He goes, and my friend was like, oh, yeah, Fears, I saw the stream. He goes, I felt bad. That's why I invited you out. And I said, well, I appreciate that, buddy. I said, because one, I didn't really want to end the night early. And I said, and then he was like, well, how's your stomach feel? I was like, better now. I said, a while back it was fucking terrible, but I said I had a good 45-minute nap before I came into the strip club, and before I got there, he texted me the name of the place. I Googled it because I had never been to this one. I've been to a few strip clubs down here over the years, but I had never been to this one. So I said, okay, this is a new one. I've never been, to this one. And he's like, yeah. He goes, this one's more chill. He goes, all the more expensive ones are like in downtown Orlando. And I was like, oh, it's not that expensive. He goes, no. He goes, the drinks and the private dances, they're pretty reasonably priced. And I went, oh, okay. I'm like, that's cool. So I get there, we hang out. I waited until my friends left. They left at around 1. So the last half an hour, I got those 2 private dances. So yeah. Gaming Attack, Yeti says, how much? Oh, to get in, it was $20. So not too bad. Not too bad. So I spent $20 to get in. So yeah. Oh shit. I don't know about all that Gaming Attack Yeti. He goes, Fears, you should have paid $160 for some extra fun. Nah, that's too much, buddy. That's too much. But I gotta say, Gaming Attack Yeti, all in all, the weekend was fantastic, except for my stomach cringing for about an hour and 45 minutes. That was the only part of the weekend that I didn't like, was that pain, because that pain was unbearable for an hour and 45 minutes. I mean, it got so hot with that shit, I had trouble breathing. My nose was all stopped up. When I sneezed, there was tons of liquid coming out of my nose. It was bad for that hour and 45 minutes. So, there he is, Heroes and Villains Collectibles. Yo, 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 what's up? But like I said, in the long run, the footage is going to be worth it because LC is going to let me have some of that footage, and I'm going to edit it. I'm not going to edit all the bad stuff. I'm going to edit like the beginning, like where we're talking and stuff, and then I'm going to show you guys the wing challenge, me throwing up. Then it's probably going to cut to me sitting right here and kind of explained where my head was, and then it'll pop back to me like saying, all right, guys, I got to go, peace out. Like, because after I puked, I came back. I said, well, I better come back and tell everybody, hey, I'm calling it a night. And, hey, I'm glad everybody liked the wing challenge. So I think that's how I'm going to edit it. But don't worry, I'll leave in all the juicy stuff. But I'm going to, Gaming Attack Yeti, I'm going to put the wing challenge on the main channel. I still have to put the hot sauce challenge where I think it was the second time me and LC hung out. I still need to put that one up where LC's like, well, Fears, I don't have a wing. Put out your finger. And he put like one dab here and one dab here of the hot sauce. And I went like that and put it on my tongue. Because that was some great footage too. So at some point, I'm going to like make that into a video and put that on the main channel. And I'm going to call it like the one dab hot sauce challenge or some shit like that. I'll name it something like that. So yeah. Anyway, I'll be right back. I have to use the restroom. So you guys just check out Mario. Just study Mario. And I'll be right back. By the way, Visions, you're missing it. Where are you, buddy? Visions said he'd be available around 5. That's why I did the stream around 5, but I hope he makes it. Because we're almost at the tail end of the stream. But I'm going to use the restroom real quick. But he did say that he was going to go visit family at a memorial park because I learned something last night. Visions was like, oh yeah, Fears, just like your dad. He goes, I have a cousin that's in the armed forces. He goes, then I think he said his grandpa served and his grandpa passed away. And he had someone else. So I said, have fun, visiting all your family members at their memorial graves and stuff. I messaged him about an hour ago and I said, hey man, how did all that go? And he went, oh yeah, it went good. He goes, me and my family went out and brought flowers. And I was like, oh, that's good. And I said, well, I'm going to be streaming soon. So I said, come and hang out whenever you can. So he's either on his way or he's still hanging out with his family, which I totally get. I totally understand. But anyway, I'm going to use the restroom, so just hang out with Mario. Hang out with Mario for a bit. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. It seems like every stream I have to use the restroom, so please forgive me. I try and use the restroom either like before or after the stream. So yeah, yo, Cameo Man. Wait, is this the real Cameo Man or is this a fake? Let's see. Oh, it is Lord Randall. It is Lord Randall. Yakov says, what's up, Randy? I've never been so insulted in my life. Randall, I tried to call you. I called you 3 times. I wanted you to be in the stream, buddy, but I couldn't wait any longer. I had to start the stream, man, So, I do apologize, Randall. I really do. Anyway, big shout out to Gaming Attack Yeti, Heroes, Yakov, Cameo Man. Who else is in here? Cameo Man. Pretend Stories. So it's Pretend Stories, Gaming Attack Yeti, Yakov, Heroes, Cameo Man. Shout out to all you guys. And I'm gonna call Randy and see if he's okay. I thought you were going back to sleep, Randy. So hang on, let me call Randy. Give me 1 second. Oh, hang on. Oh, Lord. Oh, come on.
Hello?
Randy! And he hung up on me. Well, let's try this again. I don't know what's going on with Randy's phone. Hello? Well, I'm going to call Randall on Facebook because I don't know what the hell's going on with his phone. So let me call Randall on Facebook. So Randall, hopefully you're by your computer. I don't know what the fuck's going on with his phone. I hope he picks up. I don't know if Randall's going to pick up. We'll see. I don't know. Oh well. I tried. Well, I'll try once more and then I'm done. Randall.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's going on with your phone, man?
Hold on. Are you there?
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here. What's going on with your phone, dude? I tried to call you.
Nothing. You hung up, dude. I didn't touch a button.
Oh,
I hadn't on.
I didn't hang up. You said hi and then it went dead, and I was like, okay.
I didn't touch a button. So
okay, no worries.
It must be your phone because
it's either
I was watching you on stream and I didn't touch anything.
It's fine. It's either the phone or it's the shitty service, the shitty phone service. Because out here in Florida, guys, the phone service is shit. So what's up, dude?
Nothing much.
Randall, that's quite the hairdo, buddy.
Yeah, I've been tired all day.
Yeah, so I understand why you couldn't make the stream, man. Like you called and said you weren't feeling good. Like, what happened? Did you eat something horrible yesterday or what?
No, I just been like super tired, super tired.
I get it. I understand. Well, we'll do a hangout. We'll do a hangout stream like later on in the week. Because I've already got a guest coming on. My one friend Brian has been dying to come on. He's and he works a lot. He goes Fears. He goes either Tuesday or Wednesday. He's like, can I come on stream? And me and my friend Brian, he's obsessed with the Wizard of Oz. Randall, that's his favorite movie. And I was like, we can talk about Wizard of Oz. I said, I love Wizard of Oz. I'm like, that's cool. And he's like, can we do a whole stream on it? And I was like, well, I don't know about a whole stream. But I said, we'll talk about it for an hour or two. Or I said, we can talk about other things. But he's like, yeah, Fears. He goes, ever since you started your podcast, I got to come on. I was like, you can come on whenever you want, buddy. I said, if I have stream time, you can come on. So
you're talking about Monica Rambo from Miss Marvel, the Marvels, right? Monica Rambo.
She's cool.
I don't know who the fuck Monica Rambo is. Is that a real person?
Monica Rambo. She's Proton from the Marvels. You never seen the Marvels?
What the fuck are you talking about, Randall? I have no idea what you're on about.
You've never seen the trailer The Marvels, dude.
No.
No? Okay, well, you need to fucking get with it. It's not on me. It's on you, man.
I was like...
It's one of the most popular fucking trailers of all time.
I was like, I have no idea what you're on about.
So
no.
Don't be jumping on me because
I wasn't
you haven't seen the trailer that everybody else has seen.
I wasn't jumping on you, Randall. I just said I don't know what the fuck you're on about. No, I was talking
Tons of people.
I was talking about Rambo. Rambo. I was reviewing the
okay.
I was reviewing the first 3 Rambo movies.
All right.
Because every Memorial Day I watch those because it kind of reminds me of my dad because my dad loved the Rambo series. He never got to see Rambo 5, The Last Blood, because he passed away. Oh no, wait, it was already out, but my dad didn't get a chance to watch it, Rambo 5. Yeah. So he watched Rambo 1 through 4, but he just because Rambo 5, Last Blood came out, but he never got a chance to see it. And I said, Dad, you can just borrow mine. I said, when I come to see you next, I said, I'll just bring Last Blood off my shelf and I'll bring it in my backpack and we can watch it together. And my dad was like, "That's."
You never got to see.
And my dad was like, "That sounds good." But then my dad got even worse and he got sicker and sicker, and then we just never got around to watching it. So it kind of sucked. Yeah. It sucked that he didn't get to watch the last one, but he loved 1 through 4 though. So I always watched them on Memorial Day, especially on Memorial Day because I love Rambo because my dad got me into Rambo. Rambo's a vet. My dad's a vet, and that's one way how I also write. I wasn't trying to get you mad, Randall. I just called Randall Rambo. I'm sorry, Randall.
That's okay. I'm Rambo. Yak to the car.
I'm so tired, man. I was like, yeah. So sorry, Rambo. Randall. Rambo. Fucking hilarious. Rambo. No, I wasn't trying to get you mad, man. But whenever you were describing it, I was like, I don't know what the fuck Randall's talking about.
It's been out for like months.
You know what? Like, what is it again here? I'll just watch it right now.
The Marvels.
The Marvels. All right, I'll just watch it right now. And
Captain Marvel 1 was a pretty shitty movie, so they decided to lump all the Captain Marvels because there's like 3 of them. There's Captain Marvel, which is Brie Larson.
Yeah, I saw her movie, and that was all right.
And then there's Miss Marvel, who is like this like Indian chick. Okay. And then there's Monica Rambo, who plays Proton. Okay. Which is, so.
So I thought you were like joking or something. I thought because I was like, well, Rambo doesn't have a wife, and he definitely doesn't have a wife called Monica Rambo. So I thought you were fucking with me for a second. I was like, I don't know what the hell Randall's on about.
Shazam, Captain Marvel.
Yeah, see, I've seen all the Shazam. Shazam 1 and 2 is great. I've seen Black Adam because Black Adam is...
Yeah, this has nothing to do with Shazam. Okay. Just telling you.
Well, either it was either Yakov or Pretend Stories or Pixel told me. I didn't know this because I like comic books, but I'm more into comic book movies. One of those guys said, or maybe you said it, Randall, I watched Shazam, and then I watched Black Adam, and then I watched Shazam 2. I had no idea that Black Adam was a part of the Shazam universe. Like, he started off good, and then something bad happened, then he turned into a bad guy, kind of like an anti-hero.
Yeah.
And now and then he does that, that movie with Dwayne The Rock Johnson, and he has that adventure. And at the end of the movie, that's when Superman comes up and says, Black Adam, I think we need to have a talk. Yeah. So I don't know if Superman's trying to get Black Adam to join the Justice League or whatever, but I had no idea that he got some of his powers and shit from the Wizard.
Yeah, this has nothing to do with Shazam or Black Adam. This is Marvel's Captain Marvel.
So where does
Captain Marvel with Brie Larson?
So where do these Marvel team? I guess they're a team.
Yeah.
Where does this team fit into the Marvel universe?
What would be an answer to that? Because there's not a part of the Marvel. Like, how would I answer that?
No, John? I mean, like, no, I meant...
Pretend like you were me, and you were going to answer that question.
No, I meant, like, where do these characters fit in? Like, are they their own team? Do they help the Justice League? Like, or do they know...
they're not part of the Avengers. They're their own team.
Okay, all right. Oh yeah, I didn't mean.
Because like how would I? They're in that part, the left one over there.
No, I meant
That
like.
was a weird, vaguely worded question.
No, I meant to say like I worded it bad. I apologize. I meant to say like, where do they fit in the Marvel universe? I'm like, do they help the Marvel team? Like, are
They
they
help the Avengers?
I'm
sometime.
like,
Yeah.
I don't know if they don't know who the Avengers are. Like, do they help themselves? Are they own their own little team? And so they help the Avengers sometimes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me. I'm gonna do a live.
Yeah. Watch the trailer. The trailer's.
I'm gonna watch.
A lot of people didn't like it.
Right now, I'm gonna watch a live action trailer reaction. So here we go. So,
All right,
so,
we're gonna get John's reaction live.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me go to YouTube. Open up another window. Okay. Did you like it, Randall?
I liked it, but a lot of people didn't like it.
Okay. All right.
Like, I liked at the beginning how the girls all freaked out, and then they used the Beastie Boys soundtrack. I thought that was
So
pretty
is it
cool.
just called the Marvel's trailer?
Yeah.
Marvel's trailer. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. The Marvel's official trailer 2023. Yeah, I've seen the Captain Marvel movie, and that was all right. But all right, let's see. All right, I'm about to play it. Here we go.
Your bug spray should take out bugs, not keep out people. Unlike other sprays that stick around, Zevo goes
Does your
from
bug
kill
spray
to
take out
clean
people,
in
John?
just seconds.
The what?
Plus, it's safe for use around people and pets.
Never mind, I was just kidding.
I can't hear you,
Zevo
Randall. I'm
friendly,
watching this. Give me
bug
1
deadly.
second. All right, here we go.
Captain Rambo?
What the hell are you doing?
Entering the jump point perimeter. Gotta get you some readings, Fury. Hello? Hello?
Captain Rambo?
Well, Randall, already I'm kind of impressed. I didn't know that Nick Fury makes a cameo in this, but he's in it.
Yep.
So already, I mean, because I like Nick Fury. I like Nick Fury as a character. He's a badass. Samuel L. Jackson plays him. Samuel L. Jackson is a badass. So already we're off to a good start.
Where's Captain Rambo?
What the? Hi.
We're looking for Kamala Khan.
Okay, so our powers are entangled. I can manipulate light energy. And you, I can totally show you. Hi. Where's our doctor? Wherever you were.
So it's not your typical like superhero movie, Randall, but
No.
I'll say this much. I like that Nick Fury's in it. I mean, Brie playing Captain Marvel, she's always a babe. I'm intrigued. I don't know if I would buy it on Blu-ray, but I would probably see it at least once. So I'm intrigued. You've sparked my interest.
All right.
So yeah, not too bad, Randall. I'd probably give the trailer. I would probably give the trailer about a 7. About a 7.
About a 7.
Yeah, so it's not too bad, but it's not really good. It's kind of in the middle. So yeah, well, I hope you feel better, buddy. I'm sorry that you're feeling like shit today.
Yeah.
So when you woke up, you were already feeling like crap. Were you like when you woke up, you were congested? You were
Just tired. I'd walked 2 miles the other day, so.
By the way, I am so proud of you for restarting your weight loss vlogs and your determination to. I know you jumped off the bandwagon for a little bit, but I've been trying to get my weight under control, and
Yeah.
I want you to be healthy too. So, and I told Rand, I said I would love to see some more. I said in between like the Cameo Man cartoons and the Fierce Man projects, I said, Randall, focus on your magic video, working out, do some workout vlogs, do some normal vlogs. So, yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of you.
Yeah.
So how did the first 2 vlogs go? Did the fans like the first 2 vlogs? Did a lot of
I didn't get
views?
a single comment on the second vlog.
I'm sorry?
I didn't get a single comment on the second vlog. I think maybe you did, and that's it.
I put a comment on both of them because you always put a comment on not every one of my videos, but you put a comment on a lot of my videos. So I try to return the favor, buddy.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I mean they were good, man. I enjoyed the vlogs. So yeah,
that's cool.
Tonight I'm gonna upload that little funny video that I made. I almost broke a lightsaber. That's going on the main channel. That's gonna go on the main channel. I'm gonna upload it right after this stream is done. I'm gonna take a shower, get something to eat, and then I'm gonna start. I've already started working on the Hulk Hogan vlog. I just haven't finished it, so I'm gonna try and finish it tonight.
Yeah.
And either upload it late tonight or tomorrow. So yeah.
You know, you should put up an ad. If you need somebody to break your shit, John Pierce is your man. He'll break your shit and put it in a vlog.
Wait, I don't understand. What are you talking about?
I'm just kidding. That lightsaber.
Oh, okay, all right. It makes more sense now. I was like, I never broke anyone's shit. I'm like, what the hell are you on about? Well, you know what, Randall? The funny thing about that is...
It just came out. You didn't break it.
If that tube would have broke, I probably would have had to buy it, you know?
Yeah, and $550, dude. Holy shit.
I know. But it was partly the guy's fault. Like, he told me off camera, he goes, you know what? He goes, one, I didn't tell you that I only half screwed it in. He goes, we're filming a video. He goes, I should have put it in, screwed it all the way so it was in. But then he looked at me and said, but I didn't know that you were going to twirl it. And I said, I didn't tell you I was going to twirl it, so it's both our faults. He goes, yeah, but it's more my fault. He goes, it's my product.
Yeah.
He goes, I should have put it in and screwed it in. So he said, I probably wouldn't have charged you because it's partly my fault. And I said,
hilarious,
and
though.
so I said it on camera and I said it off camera. I said, well, that's good because I don't have an extra $550. And
was it like glass or plexiglass or plastic?
It's like a plexi kind of tube glass thing. And he said, and the guy said off camera, he goes, they're hard to break because people slap them against each other, you know, when they're fighting. He goes, but they can break. He goes, if you slap it against a wall hard enough, or you slap it against the floor, or slap it against a lightsaber hard enough, he goes, it will break.
Yeah.
But he goes, they're pretty durable because kids fight with them. He goes, then you see like cosplayers at like conventions, you know, dueling it out. But I was like, well, I don't want to
see conventions. I'm sorry.
The what?
What do you see at conventions?
I said you see cosplayers at conventions like do lightsaber duels.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, they are hard to break, but the guy said that owns them. He goes, they're very hard to break. He goes, but if you hit it hard enough, they will break. And I went, well, I'm glad it didn't break. I said because I really didn't want to pay $500. I didn't have it. I would have to go to the bank, Randall, and pull it out, which I did not want to. You know.
Yeah.
But I even say it on camera. This will make a funny outtake. But then I thought, well, I'm not going to put the outtake in the vlog. I said I'll make a whole other video and call it I Almost Broke a Lightsaber and put it on the main channel. So there's going to be some new content because everyone's going to think it's the same shit that I put in the vlog. Some of it is like the intro is some of the old footage, but most of the chunk of the entire video is new footage. So yeah. So it's me and him. Oh. So it's me and this guy talking back, and he goes, oh my God, he goes, I'm glad you didn't break it. And I'm like, I'm glad I didn't break it. I said I almost invested in a lightsaber, and then he made a joke, and then he like pat me on the shoulder, and he was like, you almost bought a lightsaber, Fears. And I said, that's right, I almost did. I almost did.
Yeah.
And he goes, don't think of it as a bad thing, Fears. He goes, and I loved it, right? He leans in, he's all like, you know, you're going to make an investment. I'm like, yeah, but it's an investment that I don't want to invest in, you know? Anyway, buddy, I'm going to let you go and finish off the stream.
Civil car, or, oh, no, never mind.
Who?
Nothing, never mind. I was going to make a joke.
Okay, yeah, don't make that joke, Randall. I don't want to mention his name.
All right.
Yeah, not that I'm afraid of him, just he's an annoying shit, and I don't want to say his name. All right, well, Randall, I'm going to go, buddy, because I want to finish this off, and then I have to make dinner and do a bunch of stuff tonight.
All right.
All right. I'm glad that you made it for a little bit, buddy. I really am. But, hey, you feel better, drink plenty of liquids, get rest, and can't wait to see more of those weight loss vlogs.
I'll call you tomorrow, okay, Fierce? I'm just going to go to bed.
That's fine. Yeah, get some rest. I'll call you tomorrow.
Later, buddy.
I'll call you tomorrow, but I'm looking forward to those weight loss vlogs. And do other vlogs, too. Do your magic vlogs, like take it to the karaoke. Do normal vlogs.
Yeah. All right.
All right, buddy. Peace out.
Later.
All right. Well, that was Randall. I want to give a personal shout out to Randall. Randall, I hope you feel better, buddy. Thanks a lot for coming to the stream, just for a little bit. So Randall made it, guys. Let's see. Let me catch up on the chat here. Heroes and Villains Collectibles #1 fan says, hi, John. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Yeah, that Marvel, the Marvels, it looked all right. I gave it about a 7. I do like that. Nick Fury is a badass. Nick Fury is a badass. I'm glad that he's in it. I really didn't know what the hell Randall was talking about because I'm a nerd, but I don't know the whole Marvel universe. I didn't read a lot of comic books growing up. I watched a lot of comic book movies growing up. I did read some comics. I read my dad's old comics that he gave me, but I didn't buy any new comics. I just read all the old ones that my dad gave me, and then when I fell in love with Superman, then I started watching all the Superman movies, and then that's when Fierce fell in love with superheroes, especially Superman. Superman's the shit. He'll always be my favorite. He's the inspiration for Fierce Man. He will always be the inspiration for Fierce Man. Well, that'll about sum it up, guys. But I appreciate you guys coming out for the stream. Happy Memorial Day to everybody. Big shout out to the vets. If you guys want this shirt, it's $6 at Walmart. $6 at Walmart. So be sure to check it out, guys. But Fierce loves you. Fierce cares about you. Thanks so much for the likes, the comments, the views, you guys subscribing, you guys checking out. I love all my loyal fans. Big shout out to the vets once more. Thank you to all the armed forces for your service. You guys fucking rock. Keep up the good work. Anyway, I'm taking off, but I'll do some shout outs. I'm sorry that Visions wasn't here. I guess he missed it. Well, Visions, I'll catch you next time. But time for some shout outs. Check out my buddy, my pal Randall, at his main channel, Cameo Man 2021. His second channel, The Mayor of Magic. Follow Fears on TikTok at FearsMan26. Let's get me to 9,000. I'm close. I'm not there yet, but I'm close. Follow me on my main channel, FearsMan26. My second channel, Fears Vlogs, the one that you're watching right now. Check out my friend Pixel, Lord of those pylons at Pixel Protocol. Pixel, I hope you're having fun in Vegas, buddy. I sent Pixel the link, and he said, oh, sorry, man. I didn't see it until the last waking moment. I should have came in. Let me read you what he said. Apparently, he's having a great time in Vegas. So he sent me this message on Twitter. I don't think he'll mind if I read it. So let me just pull up Twitter. He said, let's see here. Where is it? Hey, Fears, I should have joined from Vegas, but I didn't see your message. I was in line for the wrestling PPV. Dude, it was amazing. As a big fan of this company, it was cool to see it up. It was cool to see it super up close. I'm glad you're having a good time, Pixel. Shout out to Pixel in Vegas. That's right. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, motherfuckers. That's right. And check out my buddy, my pal LC. To the boot, baby. To the boot. Check out LC. He's at 15K. Let's get him to 16K. Follow my buddy LC at Heroes and Villains Collectibles. On everything. Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, all that shit. Heroes and Villains Collectibles. Give him a like. Give him a sub. Check him out. And last, but certainly not least, check out my buddy Visions. Lord Visions. At www.exhumevisions.com. What does Fears always say? Buy some cool shit. Why? Because Visions is a cool, epic motherfucker. All right. This is Fears signing off. Peace, deuce, laters, and one more time, thank you so much for your service. Big shout out to all the veterans. Peace!